Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, My Kinda Art, with me, Ave Florentino, and for today's video, I'm a huge Zelda fan, especially The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. And because I've been doing a lot of digital artwork lately, I did a two-part live stream not that long ago, and I'm combining those two together, and I'll be making a step-by-step tutorial on how to draw Volvagia from The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, the Fire Temple, and Adult Link and Navi. I'll be using Procreate with my iPad Pro and Apple Pencil 2. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, hit that like button, ring the bell, and get to it. So one of my favorite things to do is combine traditional and digital together. And because Procreate has layers, we're going to build on top of each other, and we're going to both color it, add some shadows, highlights, use different types of brushes and textures, and just color all of this. And because it is digital painting, we do have a lot of freedom to experiment and erase all of our mistakes and just practice with various different digital mediums. So for the first step, I took a picture of this small sketch. I transferred it to my iPad Pro, and in Procreate, I always make a duplicate layer just to make sure that I have the original so that I can always go back to it just in case I made a mistake. And what I did was I made it as big as I can, and I just removed the excess part of the sides next to the dragon and Link just to make it as clean as possible and remove any unnecessary paper that I'm not going to color anyway. And I made it as big as I can and just cut it out using the selection tool. And now that it looks clean, I can start with my base colors. Now, what's really important when using Procreate is to work in layers. So I made a completely different layer, and I do have my reference photo next to me on my phone. And you can even have your reference photo on your iPad, because there's a lot of new features where you can add the reference photo directly on the iPad right next to you, so you can select the colors, but this is just easier for me. So I made a separate layer, and I chose a soft brush tool, and that way it's easier for me to directly draw over Volvagia and create a base layer. And I used the multiply tool, which means anything that I draw on top of, it's going to blend directly into my drawing or sketch that I did originally. So this is the style that I'm going for, where I'm using my old traditional drawing that I did in pen, and I'm drawing directly on it. So this way it saves us some time, and it keeps the style of the original while using the modern way of coloring, which makes it a lot easier and faster. So I did a base red coat, orange for both his stomach, his hair, some of the tail, and for the gray in his skull mask, the green eyes. And this I switched between the monoline brush for a solid color and a soft airbrush. And you'll notice me dragging and dropping the color picker, the color circle that you see on the top right, so that where I'm dragging and filling in those shapes, all you need to do is make sure that the area that you're coloring is closed, and you can easily drag and drop colors. And for smaller areas, I'm just filling them in manually like I would if I was coloring a normal drawing. And what I'm also doing is alternating between different shades of orange and red just to have a balance and see which one looks better as I'm directly applying the color on the dragon. So now one of the next parts that I did was make a completely separate layer, and this one I made so that it's just for the gray mask and its eyes. And this is where I started to experiment with different brushes so that it adds some kind of a texture, because Right now we only have flat colors, and this is gonna add some dimensions, some variety in the textures of the skin and the mask of Volvagia. So I decided to use this rock texture with a darker gray, and as you can see, I'm applying it to where there's shadows, and the reference photo is only being used for the colors. So this one I drew Volvagia in a completely different pose, and this is where I'm starting to use just darker tones for the shadows. So I feel like it's the best way to start with some contrast is to start with the darkest part, like shadows, and work your way up into the highlights and midtones. So as you can see, I'm adding a bit of a darker green also just to give it a variety. And as I'm applying highlights as well, that rock texture is really making this stand out, and it gives it some 3 dimension and keeps it interesting and not flat looking. And the reason I added the green was just to kind of give it something different than just pure black and gray, and also the light of its eyes is also having those reflections a little bit on the green as well. And I'm also adding a bit of some pure white highlights on the mask, and this also is going to help with the contrast between light and dark. And this is where you really want to zoom in and get as much details as you can. Now this next step was really fun, so I added another layer, and for those flames I went to the elements section of the brush tools and I experimented with a bright yellow in the center of the hair while playing around with different oranges and reds on the outer part of the hair as well. So this gave it a great color dodge look, which means that it has this very vibrant look that resembles flames with some very bright whites in the yellow, and it really does stand out. And I did the exact same thing for the flame that's inside its mouth. I chose a pink, and that flame brush does a bright white center. And I'm so happy that it does look like the reference photo when it comes to the fire and the flame inside its mouth. Now for the last step for Volvagia's entire body, this is where I went in with some yellow highlights for its belly, on those dragon scales, on its stomach, on its back, where I alternated between yellow, orange, and started adding those textured brushes with that rock that we used earlier for its face. And I also used a combination of different other brushes that have different textures to see which one looked the best. And that's where I added the darkness in between the arms to almost look like molten lava that's been dried. And this texture really gave it that grit that I wanted to keep the colors from looking flat. Now, as for adult Link, although the reference photo does have him with a green tunic, if you play the games, he has to have a red tunic when he's in the volcano areas to keep him from getting damaged from the heat. So I actually started with green because I did forget, but I started the same with adding some flat colors, some base colors for his shield, his tunic, the sword, his boots, then eventually just started coloring him in and turned him into red. And after that, one of the things that it was missing was the environment and background, just to make sure that it feels like Link and Volvagia are in the volcano. So I decided to change the entire layer of where I have my drawing into a tone version of it. So I changed the entire tone of the page into an orange yellow tinge, and this changed the whole vibe into what I wanted and makes it easier instead of just coloring everything directly as a background. So now that the tone that I wanted is there, I added some flames in the ground with some charcoal texture, some smoke coming out of those fire pits, a little bit more of a red background, and I finalized Link with some textures, some flames around his tunic and his entire body to kind of reflect all the flames around him. And again, adding some more textures into that hammer, the shield, the shadows, his tunic with a little bit of contrast with light and dark, and making sure that he's as detailed as Volvagia. And for one helpful last step, I use the clone tool and the eraser tool to make sure I get some clean outlines if I do happen to color out of the lines, and zoom in into every part of the detail, make sure the lines are clean, and look to see if any more detail needs to be added, and this digital painting is complete.
So what did you guys think of this fan art digital work or this Zelda fan art? Comment down in the section below if you guys are excited for anything Zelda related. I do have a lot of Zelda related fan art. Go ahead and check those out here on my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. See you later. Bye.